Good afternoon, folks. Dave Ripley, ASIPicks.com. Today's Dave's Daily Opinion. I want to get into it real quick because I got a lot to talk about. My opinion today stems from an article that I read in a news a column that I read. I've kind of been keeping track of Thunder Collins. He was a running back for the University of Nebraska, and he was going through a murder trial. He was found guilty, and yesterday he was sentenced to life in prison for his part in a murder in Nebraska there. And it stemmed from that. I did a little investigation, and it stemmed from a couple days ago when I got an email from ESPN that stated, that three University of Tennessee players were arrested for attempted armed robbery. So it goes from there, and then I just kind of reached out to some friends, and if they knew anything about college football arrests and some of the student athletes that have been arrested, other than Marcus Vick and Maurice Clarett and some of these other clowns, from years and years ago, just absolute scumbags that had everything going for them, and they just have no brains in their head. And I'm going to get to why here in just a second. But I want to get into this investigation that I did yesterday. So I got some emails, and I got an email that was kind of troubling. Actually, two of them. One was from one of my buddies in Las Vegas that basically sent me an email, and I would have never believed this. I never would have believed it. Since Urban Meyer, University of Florida coach, has taken post there at University of Florida, he's had 24 athletes arrested. 24 of his college football players have been arrested since he's taken post there. That's absolutely amazing. So I did some more digging and some more digging and some more digging, and I literally printed up about 50 pages of student athletes, student college football players being arrested in the last couple years in college football. I'm in shock. I'm in shock actually. 17 players. Then he emailed me another email. 17 players at the University of Ohio University, have been arrested this year. 17 players. That's 14% of the whole team's been arrested. And you know what? Not one of them's ever been suspended. Not one of them's ever missed a game for that school. I mean, what is going on? As I sit back, I started really thinking about it last night, and I really started putting two and two together, and guess what? I found out the issue. I know what the problem is. I know exactly what the problem is. 20 years ago, you never would have had this problem. And it's for a couple reasons. The first issue is coaches would recruit players based on not only physical ability, football prowess, physical ability, but they'd also recruit on personal character of these students. There were two recruiting things. Hey, not only am I going to recruit you because you're an incredible athlete, but you're an incredible person. You have a great family, you're an incredible person. We'd love to have you part of the University of Alabama or Penn State or Ohio State University. We'd love to have you here. Lloyd Carr, sitting in the living room. We'd love to have you come play for University of Michigan, young man. It's not like that anymore. It's not like that. These coaches and recruiters have overlooked probably the most important thing there is in recruiting a football player, and that's personal character of that football player. They don't care anymore, and that's the truth. The only thing they care about is how good you are at football, your physical prowess, and your athletic ability. That's it. That's all these coaches and recruiters look for. So when Urban Meyer goes and sits in your living room and he's looking at the student athlete, 6'5", 240 pound, just huge, rip your freaking head off, been watching film on this guy. Do you think he cares about the character of this player? Do you think he cares that he comes from a single parent home? Do you think he cares about that he doesn't have a father that's taught him right and wrong? Do you think he cares about that? Of course he doesn't care about that. He's recruiting you. And that's the reason. It just goes from the living room of that young man's house right into the football program at a major university, and his character carries over into that university, and this is what happens. You get arrested for stupid stuff, for attempted armed robbery, for battery. Half of these are for battery. Florida State University, BYU, University of Arizona, Ohio University. I mean, I can name them all off. I can name them all off. UCF, University of Georgia, battery. All battery cases. Most of them. I mean, some are driving on a suspended driver's license. Some are, silly things, DUIs and stuff like that, which are unacceptable as well. But a lot of them are for battery, for absolute battery. So it's a shame, man. It's a reflection in college football where it's going. Coaches and recruiters don't care about personal character of these students anymore. And the only thing they care about is the physical prowess and athletic ability of these students. And as time goes on, that's all they're going to care about. College football is big money for colleges, bowl games. It's big money, and they put the character flaws aside. I think what they think is, oh, well, shoot, I'm going to get this young man. Granted, he has some character flaws. You know, he's been suspended from school and blah, blah, blah. He's got a few character flaws, but I'm going to bring him into the program, and I'm going to change all that. The problem is you can't change all that. The kid's never been taught. Most of them are coming from single mother homes, single father homes, mostly single mother homes, and there's no father in the family to teach this kid right from wrong. So it becomes a real issue, and that's where it trickles down from. These college football players are being arrested because they're being recruited by coaches and recruiters that don't really care about their personal character, because their personal character is flawed because they're basically coming from a bad home, an abusive home, single parent home, and that is a big reflection on that kid. And they look past all that. They don't care about that. They look past all that, thinking that they're going to change this kid's character when they get into the football program, and it doesn't happen. So, you know, recruiters, head football coaches, get it together, man. This is an epidemic. This can't continue to go on. I mean, I've never seen so many arrests in college football. And it seems like they're getting worse. I mean, everything from battery to attempted armed robbery now. I mean, it's a shame. I mean, Maurice Claret. I mean, what a moron. I mean, same thing. Single mother, single family home, single mother. Marcus Vick, just a moron, just an idiot. No brains in his head. Bad character. Want to be a thug. And granted, he was a great football player, but he was a thug. Same with Michael Vick. Look what happened. Look what happened when Michael Vick got out of VT, went and played, and his character flaws will eventually come to light. And that's what happens. And this Thunder Collins kid, this kid that committed murder, man, yelling at the jury and going out of the courtroom, it's just unbelievable, man. I don't know what these kids are thinking. They want to be thugs. They don't care. That's the problem. They care about themselves. They don't care. They don't care that their actions and what they do is a reflection of the coach, reflection of that football team, reflection of that college. They don't care. They care about themselves. And that's the character flaw. The coaches have to be a little bit more wise. Bear Bryant, Gene Stallings, Lou Paterno, Lou Holtz, or Joe Paterno, Lou Holtz, Woody Hayes, Lloyd Carr, coaches, old-time coaches, didn't just care about your physical and athletic ability on the football field. They cared about the character and your family character. That's what they cared about. And that's the reason you didn't see this 20 years ago. It's an epidemic, folks. And until the coaches start changing their ways of recruiting, until coaches start changing their mindset that national championships really aren't the most important thing, but they're on the line too. Because the university, if they don't recruit, well, some hire, but if they don't recruit incredible high school athletes and win games, their jobs are on the line too. So it's a trickle-down effect from the university. So let's start at the university, let's start with the athletic department, let's start with the coaching staff, and then let's start with the student. That's where it comes down from. So basically, let's start with the parents first. The parents should be first. Single mother homes, broken homes, abusive homes, produce some incredible athletes, but unfortunately, when they produce these incredible athletes, their character flaws and their problems and their issues follow them into that football program, and that's the reason you're seeing so many arrests in college football today. So hopefully it'll change, but I don't think it will. Thanks. This is Dave Ripley, Action Sports Investments. Today is Friday. Enjoy your weekend. Great college football weekend. It's a beautiful weekend. Enjoy your weekend, and thanks for logging on. I appreciate it. I love all your opinions. Shoot me an opinion. I love all your opinions. I think I'm going to keep this one up on the front of the website for quite some time. If you want to see other videos, you can click on my YouTube or click on the bottom, and you can see all my Dave's Daily Opinions. Thanks for logging on, and we'll talk to you tomorrow.